here, this is how I change color for my Visual Studio Code. I will go to color theme and I will choose light. I will choose light plus. Okay, so now I will make a new project, a new Dart project. I will use Control Shift P. I will write Dart and I will choose new project. I will choose console application, second one, command line application, this one. Okay, select folder, I will call it pizza project. It creates a pizza project here. Dart create -t console pizza project -force. Okay. So the console application project ready. Now it's ready. So it downloaded some files and it created all these files. Let me clear this one. I will try to run from here. Let me show extension. As I told before in Visual Studio installation, Visual Studio Code installation, I told that we need Dart extension. We need to install it, and we need to install Flutter extension. That's why I was able to make this command. I was able to make Dart new project from this menu. Let me continue here. I will go to run and debug. This button, it allows me to run my project. So here I will choose create a launch JSON file. This is a configuration to run my project. Yes. Okay, certification. Mostly programmers, when they better than the certification is making projects. So when you go to GitHub, let me show you. This is my GitHub account. Projects. Let me repositories. So here I have several projects here, and I can run them. Also, developers make a portfolio. Let me show you one more. Okay, in Google Drive. Yeah, I understand you, but I'm not an organization. I'm individual, so I'm solo. I can't give certification. You got my point? Okay, 1 second. Let me show you an alternative option. So here I put on my Google Drive. I take a video of my projects. I put some images. Also, you can publish for free. For example, if you make a website, and you can publish it for free on Firebase, Google Firebase. So you can share the link of your project with others. You can publish on Google Play Console if you have an account on it, and you can show others how your project will look like. You can see here. You can show them it's responsive and so on. So they can use all features. You can add Google Maps and so on. So this is how you will build your portfolio. So when you talk to someone, um, mostly they doesn't want to see a certification. Mostly they want to see if you can use Google Map, if you can make a real project or not. So that's why you give them a link so you make a link or portfolio so that they can try by themselves. Let's continue here. Launch. Okay. So here I created a launch to JSON. This is the configuration. It will run my Dart file class, Dart file. So let me try to run it. I run from this button. Okay, so this one it print hello world 42. Hello world 42. Here it calculated. I think it calculated here. Calculate. Okay. So here what he did, let me remove all this one. Let's make it from scratch. Okay. So now I have a free project, okay? Empty project, empty. So let me resize this one. And let me open my image. So I have here a pizza. A pizza recipe. How could I convert this pizza recipe to a programming language, to a code? So first, I teach you in the last video what is variable, string. I told you string price or string whatever, string this title, and I told you how to write int for integer, which is a number, integer, let's say age, for example. And I told you double also. I show you double in the last video, double price. So a string, it's for a text like pizza, and integer, it's or shortcut, let's use shortcut int, it's for a number like 1 2 3 4. Double, it's for a number, price like for example 12.50. so the type, variable type string for text, variable type int for normal numbers without any decimal point, and double for any number with decimal point. Okay, so let's start by building this pizza. So to make like a container, or to make a unit which contain all this data, we need to build something called class, and we will call it pizza, and we will open parentheses and close parentheses. Okay, so class is like your school class, like class 3A or class 3-1, whatever you call it in your school. So class is a group of students or a group of data. So this class pizza is a group of this pizza data. And we have ingredient. Ingredient is our, so ingredient is our variables, the input which we will use to make our pizza. Let me zoom in. I will use, I don't know in Windows, but maybe Command plus or something like that. Okay, this is zoom in so you can see better. Let me reduce. Okay, I will take it a little bit so you can see better. Okay, so like in class you have students, student Mike, student Ted, student Fatima, whatever. So here I have ingredients, which is my variables for this pizza recipe. Let me write the first ingredient. So first ingredient is called English muffin. So half kilo, half kg for English muffin. So let's write int. No, so half 1/2. In math, 1/2 or half, we make it a decimal point, 0.5, 0.5. So because we have decimal point, it will be double. So we will write double muffin equal 0.5 like this one. Okay, let's continue on. So this is double, and we will use double for all other values here. So double tablespoon pizza sauce. So this is sauce equal 1.5 double teaspoon grated cheese. So this is cheese 1.0. Okay, I forgot equal. Okay, and chopped vegetables 4 spoons. So double chopped, and just write vegetables equal 4, and fruit, vegetables, chopped vegetables, fruits, and onion. So okay, so we'll not write other stuff. So either use vegetable, fruit, or meat for this pizza. Okay, so now, okay, to comment, to write a note or something, and as I mentioned before, you write // then you write what you want. So here we will write ingredients muffin, English muffin, so tablespoon. Okay, so now we have ingredient section. Okay, so how could we cook the pizza? For cooking pizza, we need first to cut. We need this is cooking equipments. So this is equipments. We need a cutting board, a knife, a spoon, and a bowl for toppings. Okay. For now, we will ignore this and we will assume cooking method. So we will start cooking our pizza. So how could we cook pizza? For now, I will assume we just mix everything together. So mix, and we mix things together. Okay, it will. I will put muffin plus sauce plus cheese plus vegetables. So okay, control. Okay, So what is the mix here? So this is a class. In class we add something called function. So this is called function or method. So we can call it function or method, it's okay. And this functions, or this function, it make an action on our ingredient. So if you have only ingredient, you can't have pizza. You need to make an action on that on the ingredient. If make a cup of tea, you can't just put water on tea, on sugar. It will not make a cup of tea. First, you have to make a function for boiling tea. You make first you need function 1, boiling tea. Function 2, function called after you boil tea, putting tea on the cup, function, and so on. Function 3, you mix tea and water and sugar and so on. So function is an action you make in your ingredient or your variables. You can add many functions as you need. So this function, let's try to run our application. So as I told you before, main also is a function. And let me remove this one. I will remove this area. Okay. We don't need this now. No. Okay. So let me run the application again. Okay, so just blend hello world, nothing there. I said in the previous lesson that main is a function, and I also print to console area, to this area. We don't use this in applications, but it print in console to tell us to give us information about our application. So let's continue. Here we have a cooking function. Okay, we want mix to return the calculation of muffin plus sauce plus cheese plus vegetable. By default, any function will not return anything. But when you boil water for tea, what you want hot water. So you want something from boiling water. So every function should have a return to use it, a value from it. By default, every function is a void. Void means it's nothing. That's why we don't have to write it. But here we want to return the calculation, which is double plus double plus double plus double equal double. So we want a double function. So double. So now mix will return us a double function. How to return? You just write return. So now double function, it will return the calculation of muffin and two vegetables. Let's try it here again. Let's go to project pizza, this file in bin, and let's write pizza. Okay, so one tip here, when you write a function, it starts by small case. Then if you want, for example, mix water or mix, let's call it mix ingredients. So you make the first letter small case and second letter capital case. So this is called, if you want to search for it, it's called camel case. You search online about camel case. This is what we are using in naming our naming style. Here, okay, let me show here. When I search online, as you can see here, it gives me a camel case. So first letter is small and second letter capital, third letter capital, and so on, like this one. So this is called camel case, small case, then capital, second word is capital. Snake case, you make underscore between two small cases. So you can use camel case or snake case. Pascal case, first letter capital and all letters from each word is capital. We use it for class naming. So let's go to class name. So pizza. So what if I write one more word, for example, Pizza Hut? So I write H capital and Hut. So class name, I use Pascal case. Function or variables, I use camel case or snake case. Snake case, for example, vegetables, fruits. So this is called snake case, and this is called camel case. I will go to bin folder here, and I will go to void main. So this is where application will enter. Okay, and I will write pizza. Okay, it's still Pizza Hut. Let me remove it. Remove the word hut. Okay. So one thing here, when you name a class called, let's make it back hut, you should make the class name same like the class here. So we call, and also small case pizza. Here mostly you will use snake, so you use underscore hut in naming the file itself. If I remove the word hut, then I have to remove it here. Okay, let me continue. So here I use control space. Control space is making autocomplete for me. So I will write pizza and I will make it equal pizza, and I will add semicolon for ending any sentence. So what I did here, let me explain. Zoom. Okay, so here what I did, I write the class pizza and I define, so the type, like I make a variable. So this is called pizza variable. You remember when I said variable, we write, for example, double price, equal 1. So pizza now, when I made a class, so the class here is a type. So alright, so when you define a class here, you can use it as a type. So I make a class called pizza, and it equal, you can remove equal pizza here. So pizza is a type of pizza, but I want to assign it to make a new pizza for me. So this is pizza, but it's not ready. It's not a real pizza, just a name. So here, like when you buy from supermarket a pizza, but you still need to add it to the oven to make it a real pizza. So I will make pizza equal pizza. So let me remove this one. So now pizza, I can use pizza variable like this one. Okay, let me try pizza dot. When I use dot, I can check, I can see cheese, muffin, sauce, vegetables. So let me try to print any value of this one. I will move this print, and I will try to print pizza, my variable, because I already initialize this, I made a new pizza dot, and let's see how many cheese we have. I will run. Okay. So let's see the result. Terminal, no, debug console. So it print 1 here. I can add a text. So now it printed as a number. What if I want it to print text? I will make one code before it. So if I print now, it will be printed as text. So let me run. It printed as text without not a value. If I want to make it a value, I will write this one and sign dollar, and I will open parentheses, I will close parentheses. Let me print again. Now it print 1. Why I put this format in printing? Because I want to put a text before it. So cheese equal, and I will put what I want. So let me print. So cheese equal 1. What if I want to know how many muffin? So let me call it also here English muffin. So English muffin equal 5. What if I want to print? Let me print. I want to print again. I want to add a variable to print the variable value. Here I want to write pizza dot mix. I want to mix the ingredient here, so I want to use a function here, and let me try to run it. It returned me 7. So 7 is a calculation of muffin plus sauce plus cheese plus vegetables. So a function is an operation on your variables. So let me continue here. Let me add a text. So mix ingredients, okay, and run. Okay, so I have English muffin and I have mix ingredients 7 equals 7. Okay, let me tell you one more concept so you will get the idea much better. So make this. What if I want to make a class called pizza? I can make it here or I can make a new file. Let's make a new file called class. No, sorry, not. Let's call it pizza hut.dart. So I want to make a new class, like a school class called Pizza Hut. Okay, so Pizza Hut. I don't want to write. I can copy here like this. I can copy all this value and put it here, and I will have a new values again. But is there a better way to use the same code without copy and paste? Yes. Okay, I will remove all this one and I will use extend. Extend mean it will inherit. So I will extend beta class. So extend mean like I telling hey, I am a child of beta. I'm a child of class pizza. It's called, we call it in programming inheritance. Let me search for its spell. Okay. Inheritance concept. So let's try to go to here again. So let's make a new variable. So let's call Pizza Hut variable type, and let's call it Pizza Hut small case equal Pizza Hut, and let's also mix ingredient. Let's use Pizza Hut mix ingredient for hut. Let's run it. So it makes the same value. So mix ingredient for Pizza Hut 7. Let's make also a new function type string. Let's call it okay, discount message. Okay, let's call it show discount message. So it will return 50% sales now. So I made a function which will return 50% now. Also, I want to change the function which is mix ingredient, and I want it to return 50. So it uses something called override. So override, this means I tell parent, I don't want to use parent mix ingredient. I want to override it, use my own implementation, my own values. So that's why it add override on top of it. Let me try to use show message and show ingredient. So let's go back to this project. Let's run again here. So mix ingredient for Pizza Hut equal 50. Why? Because I override it. I use my own style, I use my own values, and I returned 50 instead of the default value. Let me also try show discount message. So my Pizza Hut, let's say Pizza Hut discount is let me run it here. So it print Pizza Hut discount is 50% sales now. So this is classes. I show you how to make a class, class type, how to make a new value for this class, how to use a variable from it, how to use a function, how to make inheritance, and how to override a specific function. You want to mix ingredient for Pizza Hut, you want to add more sauce or whatever. So this is simply the programming. This is called OOP, or object oriented programming. Let me check if it's right spell or not. Okay, it's right. So object-oriented programming. Let me show you an image so you can get a better idea. It consists of inheritance, encapsulation, object, class, abstraction, polymorphism. So now I told you about inheritance, object, class. So this is what we have right now. Some concept you may be to read about it later, but this is a concept you need if you want to know about it. So let me show you one thing here. Okay, let's go to test class, go test core, expect any class, and goes to expect asynchronous, never called, print matcher. So as you can see here, I went to a random class. First you will find class, then inheritance, because they don't like to write the same function over and over, so they use inheritance, and they make a new object. They use if statement. Okay, I think I show you if statement in last session. Before in the last session, yes, I did that. And you can return value here. It make a string and return value. So this is how you make a class of programming. All programming object oriented is a class, variable, and so on. Here also override. So the more you practice daily basis or weekly, the more you make applications, it will be easy for you. And it like cooking food, it's difficult in the first time. When you start cooking more classes, cooking more projects, it will be easy for you, and so on. I wish you get the idea. Okay, so I will finish this session for now, and I will wait your question.